Hello. Did you know that your 40s could be some of your most exciting years ever? Stay with me.
Dancing through the night, stronger, bolder, moving with grace, owning her story, she's setting the pace, step by step, she's breaking the chains, living her life, she's changing the game, power and beauty, rhythm and soul, African woman, she's taking control.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my podcast. Welcome back to my gisting table in her 40s, Unleashing the Dynamite Experience. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow us, comment, whatever the case may be. Yeah, so we're having fun, we're relaxing, we're enjoying. I thought about it. I was thinking in my head, I was like, do I want to talk about serious conversation? Or we're setting the tone for the year, we are planning our goals. All those ones will come, it will come. And I think maybe it's not just in the saying. I think what I want to do different is the actual breaking it down to what I did that worked for me. So you can figure out how to also tailor it for yourself. Because it's easy to say, oh, do what works for you. But until you see like a blueprint or a practical example, it just seems like something that sounds nice. It's another motivational speech kind of stuff. So yeah, but we'll get into the details of the how of it. And I think that's where most of us get stuck. It's the how. So you can amass all the knowledge in the world and gather everything, but until you figure out how to apply it for you, it just becomes a lot of things that you know. In fact, sometimes it's worse when you know, because you're beating yourself up that, oh, you know so much, but you're not doing anything with it. You can't live in oblivion anymore. The person who doesn't know is oblivious. So they can have that peace of mind of, I'm doing the best that I know, the best that I can. But when you know better and you're not doing better, you beat yourself up, you chastise yourself because you keep reminding yourself, oh, you spend this money doing this course, or you went for this training, or you did this, or you did that, or you paid for this, and you did this, and you did this, and you did this. And not just understanding how that applies to you or how to apply it to yourself. So different people might have told you different things that would work or that might have worked for them. But until you figure out how to apply it for yourself, it's just gist. It's just gist in the air, so to speak. So I think that's part of what I want to do for 2026. Be more intentional with the doing. And the doing in terms of applying it for me. Doing what works for me. As against just doing what seems like this is what. So, of course, there's still a lot of this is how it's being done. Because there's some universal principles. And as they say, if other people have already walked the path, why do I want to I might as well follow that. Yes, I will still chat maybe my own course along the way, but at least let me even still follow that roadmap. And in the process of learning how they did it, I now figure out how I want to do it for myself. So yeah, we'll be getting into that, all those details. Well, I think maybe, yeah, because it's easier said than done. More often than not, it's easier said than done. I always say is I envy people that can just decide they want to do something and go for it, set their mind on a task and go for it. I wish I was like that. I genuinely do. Maybe at some point in my life I used to be, but I don't know. The older I got or something, I don't know. Or it was just never really quite me. There's a phase for different things, but yeah, the older I got, the more comfortable I got, those kind of stuff. So I'm having to retrain myself to not just have the goals, but make them achievable and achievable in a way that it doesn't overwhelm me. Because that's very important to me. Because when I get overwhelmed, I tend to throw in the towel. I tend to just give up because it just becomes like something that is undoable, something that is no longer, I no longer see it as a challenge. It becomes a problem, it becomes an issue. And once your mind is seeing it from that point of view, You are no longer creative about how to solve it. You're no longer objective about how to go through this situation. It becomes a load that just sits on your chest or your head or your wherever your load sits. It just weighs you down. And before you know it, you let go of it, or it just no be me kill Jesus it. When I say no be me kill Jesus, it's one of those I just like, oh, I beg. I've tried, I beg, no be me kill Jesus. And you pack it to one side. Yeah. There's those kind of stuff. Yeah. So I don't want that to be the case again. I don't want it to repeat itself. So that's why I'm saying, or at least I'm being more practical with it. And that's why I had to get my mind right and my emotions right, because I know that those challenges would come. Whatever challenges I might have faced in the past or whatever obstacles I might have had in the past, I can't ignore them. I have to deal with them and I have to go through them. So if, for example, I would say, oh, I tend to procrastinate when I have stuff that I need to do, that's not just going to miraculously go away. I have to work through it. I have to process, why do I procrastinate? What kind of tasks do I procrastinate? Because I don't procrastinate on everything. But there are certain things I'll be like, I have time for it. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it. So I have to figure out what those things are and why I do that so that I can break the how and no longer do that for those certain things. I don't know if you get me, but you get me. Yeah. So yeah. Um yeah, so we're working through it. We're trying to figure it out. I would say we're trying to figure it out. We're just trying to align it so that it also aligns with who I am as a person. Like I said, understanding my value systems has pretty much helped me with a lot of clarity. So now I understand why I do things a certain way or why I prefer to do things a certain way. Because some things are important to me. It's the same reason why I can't do some kind of businesses or some kind of jobs or I can't occupy some roles or positions because some of it would maybe go against my value system, so to speak. And that's not saying the people that are in this, we all have different value systems. So it's like, I'll give a typical example. I'll say, for example, for me, integrity is a big deal. And integrity in the sense that I don't just want to have money. I want to have money that I can beat my hand on my chest and say, yes, I worked for this. I earned it. So of course, God's blessings can triple it, multiply it, and all those kind of stuff. But I want to feel like I earned it to some extent. So, and that's saying that at the same time, I also won't say I would do anything just to have money. It's never that deep. And I thank God for that because that in itself is grace. That in itself is God's mercy and blessings. So there are certain opportunities that no matter how desperate I am, so I might joke about some things and say, if there's this thing or this year we go other, whether it's this, whether it's this. But I'm starting to realize that I don't even want to joke about those things anymore because I don't know which angel is saying amen to those things. And I've been wondering why my hard work is not being blessed. But I've used my mouth to say I want to do 419, I want to do fraud, I want to do money laundry. And then one Miss Waka angel, I've said amen to it. Then I'll be so yeah, I don't want to joke about them again. I want to be conscious of even the things that I use my mouth to say. Because I don't want to speak it into the universe. I don't want to speak it into existence because it's not me. I might say it because it maybe sounds funny in the moment or just the vibe. You're just going with the flow. So it's the same way I would joke and say something about sugar daddy and run. But the truth of the matter is, I don't even know if I can be a sugar baby because that sugar daddy will sack me. Because first of all, I'm stubborn, I'm set in my ways. You probably will not see me when you want to see me. It's when I have time for you, you will see me. This guy is going to take that. Say, yeah, the whole point of. So, yeah, there's some things I might joke about it, but the truth is, I don't really want this. I think I've outgrown it. If I see, I will not turn it down. Let's not play. I don't joke it up. But the truth is, I can't say that's what I'm looking for at this stage in my life. No. I can't, because the kind of money I'm looking for, I don't think any sugar daddy can dash me. Let me not lie. If you think you can, test me. But I'm just saying, I don't think anybody can dash me the kind of money I'm looking, because I'm looking for, it's like saying that you're looking for the well, not buckets of water. So I need to dig my own well. It will be hard for somebody to just say, "Oh, yeah, take this well, I've dug it. It will be ever flowing. I don't be cashing out from it." It's hard. So yeah, some people are lucky, or you never know. But at this point, at this stage of my life, I have to dig my own well. So I have to be my own sugar daddy. I have to be my own daddy yo. Eh, You get it? So yeah, my joke about it, I say, "Oh yes, oh please, oh." But the truth is, it's not. If it wasn't part of my story when I was younger, it would be harder now, because my boss is even wider. It would take a whole lot to sugar baby me. So, hey, so that's the truth. I can't even joke about certain things again. So those things might sound nice in the moments, for we're casually gisting, laughing. Sometimes you're talking about, oh, the state of this nation. Oh, God, yeah. But the truth is, even the kind of help I'm praying for is not necessarily in that format, because that comes with conditions. I'm looking for people who are genuinely willing to sow into my life, contribute into my life, contribute into my business. And that's saying that you leave me a better version than when you found me. So it might not necessarily, and I keep reiterating, it's not everybody that will give you money. Some people will make you a better, or make you better qualified for certain opportunities. Some people will talk about you in rooms that you did not have access to. Some people would refer you to places that even you did not think you were deserving of being in. Like, you'll be amazed. Sometimes you're sitting down and you get a message, someone says, Tokwe, there's this opportunity. Oh. Are you interested? In your mind, be like, eh? Yeah. Yeah, that's how God's grace and blessings work. That's why we pray, and that's why He's working, even when we don't pray. He's delivering, even when we don't ask. So those are things that I'm not in control of. I'm not going to tell people, oh, anytime there's opportunity, make sure you call me. I'm not going to be telling them every time. No, those things just happen naturally. The people that will talk about you naturally. It will not be forced. It will not be because you have drummed it into their ears. It's just because God put it in their mind, He put it in their hearts, He put it in their spirits. That's why when they say, oh, may my helper not rest until He helps me. It's not because you don't want that person to rest per se. It's more that they are so concerned on how to support you or how to help you that until they fulfill that promise, they're restless. There's something about them that just feels like there's something I've not done. There's an assignment, or there's a task that I've not delivered on. And that happens even to us, to all of us. I keep saying, how did we get here? But yeah, how did we get here? I don't know. When I was going to start, I wasn't sure what I was going to talk about. But as the Spirit leads, we go here, yigi yaga. So yeah, so it's just saying that grace is not in your control. That's where the how. I don't know how the how will happen. But I only know that I have to stay consistent in this my waiting period, which is the most difficult period. And that's where we're most vulnerable, because that's where we're raw. That's where we're confused. That's where we're doubting. That's where we're unsure. That's where, in as much as you might have done the work, you've sown the seeds, you've planted, you've how they call it, cultivated and all that. But in that waiting period, doubt starts to creep in. The devil, as they say, starts to finger your brain. That's when he starts to tell you, you have been waiting since. So are you sure this thing is going to come? The Nkechi next door, she no even wait to reach you. She no even do reach you. She don't buy this. She don't build this. She don't do this. She has married. She has children. You are still here. Good girl that you are. They no see you say, that's the period where you're most vulnerable. And that's the period where you have to be the most spiritual, because that's where you have to keep reminding yourself why you're waiting and what it is you're waiting on and what it is you're waiting for. Because, like I said, when the devil is going to come, he's not going to come with horns and pointy teeth. Yeah. No, it's going to come nicely packaged. If God says, I'm going to give you a car, the devil is going to package a car and bring to you. God's promise was that we give you a brand new car, tear rubber car. The devil would bring one nice looking tokumbo for you to the point that you look at it and just say, that tear rubber we don't wait since he never come. Maybe we just collect this tokumbo. But that tokumbo that you're collecting problem, you're collecting wahala. You are mechanic will turn 5 and 6. Because today, if you no fix jack, tomorrow you fix brake. Or one light come on. One this one do this, one that one do this. That's when you realize, this is not the one from God. Because if it was the one from God, it will not come with all these problems. But at the time, the devil packaged it in a way that it seemed like, because God had told you, I will give you a car. So when the devil heard that, he went and started packaging his own look-alike. So he packaged the car for you and he made it look like this was it from God. And because we were so caught up in the facade of it, in the wrapping, because he wrapped it the same way God would have wrapped his own gifts. So we dive into it and carry it and say, oh, my testimony has come. But that was not your testimony. If you had just waited just a little bit more, you would have gotten that brand new car that would not have given you problem for the next maybe 4 years. But then you collect this beautiful looking tokumbo and every other day, you and your mechanic are in tete discussing. About Oga, how much now? Last week I still pay you this amount. This week again, yeah. Because that's not what you were waiting for. He just grabbed what seemed good. So yeah, some of it is, and that's where I think that's where I am in my life. My phase right now is sort of like that waiting. It's not just waiting that you cross your hand and you're looking. You're still cultivating. You're still weeding. So I keep using reference to planting because I feel like that's something that a lot of people can sort of relate to. Even if you don't garden, you understand that when you sow a seed, you plant something, you have to cultivate it. Otherwise, it can get overrun with weeds, rodents, and all those kind of stuff. So you have to cultivate it. Sometimes you have to use fertilizer, you have to water it and all those kind of things, weed around it and make sure that you keep everything. Yeah, that's part of the waiting until you can harvest. So until that point, that waiting period is where you get tired because it becomes monotonous. This is where you're building the discipline and consistency. It gets monotonous, it gets boring. It's no longer exciting like the beginning where it felt like, hey, we're onto something. Yeah, that's the period where you have to stay. And that's why that consistency and discipline is important. You stay disciplined and consistent until you harvest. Because that harvest is the result of all that discipline and consistency. So, yeah, that's where I'm talking myself into. And that's why I'm preparing myself in that so that as they say, when the devil comes, it will not tempt me. And it's not because I'm not temptable. It's just more because I'm staying in the spirits and I'm holding on to my, I would almost say my covenant with God, and I'm holding on to the things that He has promised me. So whatever that is beneath that, I'm not accepting it in any shape, way, form, or anything. I'm not accepting it. And that goes for everything in life. So even in terms of relationships, subpar is not possible. No, it's no longer possible. Those days have gone. That version of me that was okay with mediocre is in my past, in my rear view. That future version is excellent. So if I'm demanding that of myself, it's only natural that I will expect that in the people around me. I can't help it. It just is because as you are becoming a better version of yourself, you naturally want the people around you to also step up their game. Not because, and it's not necessarily because they're not doing well or, but it's just because you've I can almost say you've seen the lights, so you're almost trying to bring everybody to the lights as well. It's almost like, come this side, oh. Come this side. You didn't say that place now, mansion. come this side, you go see better mansion, you go see better London, you go see better, yeah. It's that kind of stuff. So you can't help it. And that's why they say when you let your light shine, you naturally give other people permission to let their light shine as well. So it's just saying that as you improve on yourself, as you start to step up your game, you also expect or you start to expect other people to do the same, which is where mediocrity doesn't work. So it's saying that I'm doing a lot of all these self-developments, trying to improve myself. Then I'm not going to date one nigga that is still healing from some kind of baggage and trauma. How? How? Am I not regressing? By myself, I use my own hand to go and find trauma. I can't. So as much as it might come in a nice package, I might get carried away for a little bit. Is allowed. But I have to quickly remind myself, say, no, 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 this is a temporary something. It's not a big house here. It's not a permanent. No, 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 no. We're moving. It's the same thing, even in business with, you know, there's some clients that in the beginning, it might seem like, oh, I need them, maybe because they're paying well or they're paying well enough to keep, head above water. But as you progress, you realize that maybe the working relationship is not sinking. We don't work well together. These people they're taking more out of me than they're giving. So at some point, you might have to go your separate ways. It doesn't mean that they didn't serve their purpose or you didn't serve their purpose for them. It just means that at some points we need to go our separate ways. At some points, I've gotten to the point where I can afford to say, okay, I no longer need your business. Thank you. It was nice working with you, but this thing is more stress than anything. I love you. God bless you. I wish you the best. And everybody goes, no hard feelings. It happens. So same thing. So that's why I'm like, even in a relationship, we can't collect supply again. Yeah, you have to be on top of, because that's the only way you would also want to step up your game. If you surround yourself with subpar people, then you too, you'll just be there. It's like, as they say, the one-eyed king in the land of the blind. If you're already the one-eyed king, what will make you want to be two-eyed? You don't need it now because you're already the local champion in your community. It's you, everybody is asking, Sunday, I mean, son don't come out. Yeah, if you tell them son don't come out, everybody, okay. If you say son no come out, so you're already the big fish. Yeah, but it's when you leave that your land of the blind, then you go to where people have two eyes. Some even have four eyes. Go look, say, so this my one eye. He's not even cutting it. Yes, then you too, you now want to, yeah, you want to improve, you want to step up your game. So yes, me too, I want to improve, I want to step up my game, which naturally means I want to surround myself with people that are already stepped up or they are already stepping up their game. Some have already even stepped up. So that's, yeah, I can I can learn from them, I can emulate them, I can feed off of their vibe as well because what's the word now? I, I'm a learner. Yes, I'm a learner. So let me be around experts so that me too I can learn from there. I can get pointers from there. So we don't even have to have those one-on-one conversations. Just being in the same space and seeing how people do things. It can inspire you, it can motivate you. So it's not until you have a sit down with a successful person per se. No, sometimes it's just being in the right environments. It would change how you think, how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. And those things are very important because you've spent so much time building the value. Now you have to show it. And if you don't know how to transition from that worker bee to now being the leader, so to speak, the person charting the course, the captain, you would struggle because I'd mentioned in previous episodes, I was a fantastic number two. I liked being told this is what we need to do, and I will run with it. But now that I'm the number one, not just in my business, but in my life, I can't defer to anybody else. Yes, I can seek other people's opinion. I can get help and support, where I need them. But ultimately, the buck stops with me. The buck stops at my doorstep. I have to decide what I want to do. I have to decide how I want to do it. have to decide those things without overly relying on other people, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to ask me, why didn't you do it or why did you do it? I'm going to ask myself, why did I do it? Why didn't I do it? is no longer because somebody is looking over my shoulder. It's now because I'm the one looking over other people's shoulders. So if I don't carry that baton, I can't expect anybody else to carry that baton. So basically saying that if you're going to lead, you have to lead yourself first before you can lead other people. And leading yourself first is taking charge of your life, deciding what you want for yourself and how that translates to who you are as a person, how you show up for yourself, how you show up for other people, and what kind of people you surround yourself with, basically. So I'm learning to adjust as well. And not saying that all the people I've surrounded myself with are bad. No, 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 no. A lot of the people that I met in my life have helped shape me, at least this version that I am now. But it's just saying that even going forward is now not just, oh, people I know, it's now people that I'm actively cultivating my relationships with, or intentionally cultivating my relationships with. So we're intentionally building something because we see the value in it. So it's not just to have friends for friends' sake, just so that I have a long list of contacts. No. So yeah, maybe in the age of this social media, digital, you just have plenty followers. That's okay. But in real life, it's more about that inner circle. Who are the people that I can call if I'm trying to make a business decision? Who are the people I can call if I'm trying to make a financial decision? Who are the people I can call if I'm trying to make maybe an emotional decision? You have to have those people because those are your support systems. And I'm working on ensuring that the foundation that I'm building for myself is strong. And that's where all the work comes in. So the whole self-assessment, whole getting my mind right, my emotions right, and blah, 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 is all part of building that foundation. So that as I'm adding on more floors, the foundation can take it. So I might start out with the intention of a 10-story building. But if my foundation is solid enough, I can go to 20. And I don't want to limit myself because the sky dey there. At least for now, we're not paying for air rights in Nigeria. So yeah, I can build as high as I want. So why limit myself? Because by doing a half foundation, so it's almost like saying that you've already limited yourself with the type of foundation you have built. So no matter how fantastic, no matter how much you grow along the way, because of what you have put in the ground, you can't go beyond a certain level. So I don't want to limit myself. I want to ensure my roots are as deep as possible so that my tree can grow high and with plenty branches, and the roots can carry it, the roots can feed it all. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm building my foundation. Might take me a year, might take me 2 years, I don't know how long, but I'm building it. But in the process of building it, don't mean say you're still not chopping, or you'll be chopping because other things are still feeding in and coming in. But it's just saying that ultimately that well is like the reference I used earlier, well. In building that well, you have to go as deep as possible so that it becomes an everlasting source. In the meantime, while you're building the well, you'll still be going to the stream to fetch water to bath. You'll still be going to the stream to fetch water to eat, to cook, to clean, and all those things. But you're still building the well. The day the well is ready, you no longer have to go to the stream. But until that well is ready, you keep going to the stream. So while you're doing what you're passionate about, while you're doing that thing that maybe might seem like your purpose, you still have to feed yourself. You still have to pay your bills. You still have to do certain things. That's the part that is, you are going to the stream because you will still bath. You will still eat. You will still cook. You will still clean the house. You still need water. But I'm already building a well. I know that maybe in the next month or two, I will no longer be going to the stream. So as I'm going to the stream today, I'll say very soon, soon and very soon, we are going to, yes, soon and very soon. But I still need to go to the stream. And I have to go to, I can't be grumbling about going to the stream because now there's something to look forward to because I know that it's just a matter of time. This my going to the stream, once upon a time, it looked like something everlasting. I'll do this for the rest of my life. But immediately the idea of building a well came, or the means to build the well came, that going to the stream became something that it would soon be over. Regardless of how much time that takes, it will soon be over. It will be over at some point because I know that I'm doing or I'm building something that would no longer require me to be going to the stream anymore. If anything, people will even be coming to fetch from my own place. People will come and feed off of what I have built. So yeah, might seem like a lot of metaphor and parables, but you get me. I know my people are smart. Yeah. So yeah, so it's just saying that those things are very important to me. And that's why I said your value system. So you have to figure out what's important to you. It's important to me that I build something that I can live off of. I don't want to work till I die. I keep telling people, if I had trust fund, I had something like that, I will not be I'll not be doing anything. Maybe I'll not have even done any self-discovery. I'll not be questioning life. I'll just be going with the flow. I don't be enjoying my money. Lunch today here, party here, spa here, vacation here, this one here. Yeah, that was it. But just say, maybe not, but just say, the me of today, that's what I perceive myself to be. If that was the life that I was living, just say. But at the same time, is also understanding that somewhere in my future is that kind of life. And it's not because, you know, the way you say, oh, I don't want to work. You might not be actively working per se, but you're still working somehow or the other. You're keeping busy. Mind, body, soul is doing something. So even if you have investments and your money is working for you want to be doing something on a day-to-day basis that keeps you stimulated, keeps you excited, and that's where maybe the work and play now become hand in hand. Some people do what they genuinely love. So every time they're working, it seems like they're having fun. It doesn't mean that they want to do it all the time. It's like if I'm passionate about singing or I love singing, does not mean that I want to be singing every time. Does not mean every time you say, yeah, microphone, start singing, I will just, no. It just means that when I do start singing, I'm enjoying myself. But I still have to be disciplined enough to sing when it matters. So singing in the bathroom and parlor is nice. But when it matters, when I'll get paid for it, when the right people will notice, yes. So I love singing, but have I gone for any singing competition? Have I tried to meet any music producers? Am I interacting in that entertainment space so that people can see me, get myself on a bigger platform? That's the work part. So the passion is the part that you genuinely enjoy doing this thing, but you have to do the work part so that that passion becomes what pays you. And that passion becomes your play. So it becomes your work and your play. So you have to do it both together. I don't even know where I start from or how I reach here, but we have reached here, sha. We have reached here. Like, subscribe, comment. I'm learning. I'm learning. These 2 times now in an episode. I'm learning. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just saying that at the end of the day, you want to do what works for you, and I'm doing what works for me. I'm learning to do what works for me, rather. I won't always get it right, and that's why it's a figuring out process. You're learning as you're going along, but you have to keep moving in order to keep learning and keep readjusting. If you stay in the same place, so you keep up readjusting. It's from your mistakes you learn the most. When things work, you just go with the flow. But when it doesn't work, that's when you're like, why didn't this thing work? What happened that it did not work? I did everything right. I did it. Then you start to review, then you start to dissect, then you start to, It's like if a tailor makes an outfit and it fits you the first time you try it, that's it. The words are like, fantastic. Next thing, maybe go and dry clean it and get ready for my events. But if the tailor, if you try it on and it doesn't fit, then the tailor will have to make adjustments. Because then they're like, oh, okay, where doesn't fit? Oh, the bust is too tight. Oh, the waist is too loose. Oh, the this. Then they will now make their markings or whatever. They go back to the drawing table and make those adjustments. Then you try it on again. I'm like, oh, okay, fantastic. Or no, this place is now too tight. So release it. Oh, do this. Oh, make those adjustments until it's right. And that's the same thing with life. You keep making the adjustments until it's right. You keep making the adjustments until it's right. So I'm making the adjustments until it's right, until I get it right, until I find that thing or those things that work for me. And I think I'm closer to it now than before. So yeah, we're doing it. So it's just saying that Omo, my brother, my sister, just do what works for you. To be honest, all this long preaching and all this long talking, do what works for you, but be intentional about it. Because a lot of people say that, oh, do what works for you, and they just keep doing the same thing that they've been doing. And that might not necessarily be working for them. But because they've done it for so long, they think that's what works for them. No, no. It's like if you've been dating a certain kind of guy for so long because maybe that's what you knew, that's what was familiar. And then you say, oh, that's all that is available to me. But have you tried other places? Maybe you're meeting them in only particular places that you go to. Have you tried going to different kind of places? Have you tried talking to different types of people? Maybe expand your network of friends, social circle. Then maybe you meet a different kind of guy. But until you make the effort, you're going to keep meeting the same kind of recycled guys that you've met before and didn't work. So yeah, sometimes it's just making those little adjustments that make the huge difference. So it's been making my little adjustments because I want to see that huge difference. Like I said, I want to see what's on the other side of this holding back, this being afraid, this being overwhelmed. I want to see what's on the other side. And I know it can only be better than what's here. Because if this one is this good, at least to a certain extent, that one is going to be even better. So yeah, we're on that journey. We're keeping it moving. We're flowing with it. But at the same time, we're putting in the work. So it might not seem that way on the surface. And you don't owe anybody any explanations. That's also part of what I'm learning about myself. That I don't owe anybody any explanations why I'm doing things the way I'm doing it. As long as it makes sense to me. Doesn't have to make sense to you right now. I know if it ever makes sense to you, that's okay. As long as it makes sense to me, we're going with it. And we're going with it unapologetically. I keep using that word unapologetically. Unapologetic. They send me go school. Unapologetically. Yeah. So I keep saying that because it's no excuses, no explanations. It is what it is. This is what we're doing. We're going with it. The universe will adjust. People will adjust. Initially, they might not like it, but they will adjust. They will adjust. My mom is very conservative. She's still like, "Ah, why are you putting yourself out there? Why are you this?" But we never really had that conversation, but I know she has those reservations. But it wasn't even a topic of should I do it or should I not do it. It was more a case of this is what I'm doing. I had to get to that place to be able to 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 be able to sit in that and own it and say, look, this is what I'm doing. Oh. I'm not sure how we will go, but nah. So it didn't give her room to say, oh, don't do it or do it. It was more a case of, okay. You might not understand it, but God will see you through. That's it. So it's the same thing with everybody else. You might not understand it. Just wish me well. Just that's it. Say, okay, I don't get it. I don't know why you're doing this. I don't know what you're trying to achieve, but I wish you the best. Thank you. That's all I ask from you. Even if you don't wish me the best, I've wished myself the best. Other people are wishing me the best. It's okay. We are good with it. I'm not going to focus on people not wishing me the best. The people that are wishing me the best, they're dead there. So yeah, why not celebrate those? So it's just this whole getting back to the basics, realigning, I don't know what the re is, reinventing, everything, rebirth. Is a born again. This is my own born againness. It's my own born againness. I'm rebirthing myself. I'm re-emerging. The phoenix from the ashes, yes. I'm re-emerging. And in doing that, a lot of self-reflection happens. A lot of adjustments happen. A lot of stepping out of your comfort zone happens. And as much as we might say these things, and you might even hear it several times, different people say the same things in different ways. But until you start to experience it, it always just sounds cliche. But when you start to experience it, you realize that interesting. This is what they've been talking about. This is what I've been hearing since. Now I'm understanding what they meant by when they said this. When they said this. Yeah, that's it. So, yeah. I'm still sitting in my excitement. I don't know about you people. I'm still excited for the year. So excited for the future. I can't wait for things to just unfold as they are meant to. I can't wait for you guys to see how things will turn out. I can't wait to see how things will turn out. So, yeah, keeping it in a nutshell, just continuing from staying true in your waiting period. And I think that's what is very, I would say that's what's important to me. But at the same time, I'm saying that's what I keep reminding myself of. That is, this is my waiting period. I have to just stay consistent in that waiting period so that I don't get carried away or I don't get deceived by the devil. I don't accept subpar because I know that the covenant I have with God, God does not give subpar. He doesn't give mediocre. He doesn't give half bread. They say half a loaf is better than none. No, that's not from God. If God gonna give you a loaf, He gonna give you a loaf. A loaf. You know, you say loaf, you say we'll see the loaf. You know, say yeah, yeah. It's from my daddy. Yeah, that type. So no, I'm not taking half a loaf. I'm waiting for the whole loaf. The main time doesn't mean I will not eat buns. I will eat buns. I will eat puff puff. But that loaf that I've been promised, I'm not collecting half loaf. Neither am I collecting, yeah, slice. No. We're waiting for the whole loaf. So that's where we are. My beautiful people, like, subscribe, comment. Just saying, getting your mind right, staying true in your waiting season, and just reminding yourself what's important, reminding yourself what you're working towards, reminding yourself what you're even waiting on, what you are praying for, reminding yourself of those things. And maybe not see if I say it now, some people, yeah, you know, when they're doing some of all this, maybe like Hallelujah challenge or the fasting or praying, that they'll say, oh, maybe if you're looking to get married, go and buy a wedding dress and manifest it. Those kind of stuff. They might seem mad. As I'm even to me, they always seemed mad. But as I'm just talking now, it's occurring to me that yeah, there is sense behind it. Because it's almost like saying that you're not just envisioning it, you're embracing it and owning it. Like this is it for me. This is my prayer point. This is what I'm praying for. So I've taken that step to say this is it or nothing, kind of. So yeah, I don't know about going to buy wedding dress and praying on it. I don't know. But just say like I get it to some extent. I get it. So yeah, this is it. We are just in our waiting season. But we're waiting confidently. We're waiting happily. We're waiting unbothered, unworried. Because I know that it will come to pass. When it will come to pass, I don't know. How it will come to pass, I don't know. But I know that it will come to pass. It's just a matter of time. So yeah, on that note, I think I'm gonna leave you. I'm going to love you and leave you, as they say. See you on the next episode. Bye. Mwah.